How are you, Ernest? What on earth are you doing here?
I'm doing well. I have come into town to propose to Gwendolyn.
Really? Well, so you know, I do not give my consent.
Your consent?
Gwendolyn is my cousin, and before I allow you to marry her, you're gonna have to explain Cecily to me first.
Cecily? I don't know a Cecily.
On your last visit, you left your cigarette case here.
I wish you had let me know sooner. I've been writing frantic letters to Scotland Yard about it.
However, looking at the inscription inside, I find that this isn't yours after all.
Of course it's mine, and you have no right to read what's inside.
Yes, but this cigarette case is a present from someone named Cecily, and you said you don't know anyone with that name.
Well, Cecily happens to be my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yes, my aunt.
But why does she call herself Little Cecily if she's your aunt?
Some ants are small, some ants are tall. You think every ant should be exactly like yours. Now, for heaven's sake, give me my cigarette case back.
But why does she call you her uncle? From Little Cecily, with dearest love, to Uncle Jack. I can't make out why she would call you her uncle. And besides, your name is Earnest.
It's not Ernest, it's Jack.
But you answer to the name Ernest. I introduce you to everyone as Ernest. You're the most earnest looking person I know.
Well, my name is Ernest in town and Jack in the country.
But that does not account for the fact that your Aunt Cecily calls you her uncle.
Give me my cigarette case and I'll explain.
Fine.
Well, Mr. Thomas Cardew, who in his will made me guardian to his granddaughter Cecily, Cecily, who calls me her uncle, stays at my place in the country.
Now, why are you Ernest in town and Jack in the country?
In order to get up to town, I have pretended to have a younger brother named Earnest, who lives in the Albany and always gets into the most dreadful scrapes. That, my dear Algie, is the whole truth.
So, you've invented a younger brother named Ernest in order that you may be able to go into town whenever you want. Well, I've invented a friend named Bunbury so I may go into the country whenever I want. If it wasn't for Bunbury's terrible health, for example, I wouldn't be able to dine with you at Willis tonight.
I never asked you to dine with me tonight.
I know, you're absurdly careless about invitations. Nothing annoys someone so much as not receiving invitations.
You'd much better dine with your Aunt Augusta.
I haven't the smallest intention of doing anything of the kind. I dine there on Monday, and once a week is more than enough to dine with one's own relations. Besides, now that I know you to be a Bunburyist, I want to talk to you more about Bunbury.
I'm not a Bunburyist at all. If Gwendolyn accepts me, I'm going to kill my brother. I strongly advise you do the same.
That must be Aunt Augusta. Only relatives or creditors ever ring in that manner. Now, if I give you 10 minutes that you may propose, may I dine with you tonight?
Suppose so if you want to.